Yo, what up guys, I'm Sammy and welcome back to the Soul Brothers channel, and this is my performance review of the Nike Zoom Freak 2. So this shoe is Giannis Antetokounmpo's second signature shoe with Nike, and I'm still very sad that Nike didn't choose to, name his shoe the Antetokounmpos. I would love that. And I would say in this entire review, the Antetokounmpo's traction, I'm just kidding. But anyways, this colorway is going for 130 bucks, and I believe this is just like it's kind of like a special colorway, so they raised the price 10 bucks. I think the general release colorway is 120 bucks because there is a black colorway available right now with, I believe it had a translucent outsole, and that shoe was going for 120 bucks. So retail price I think is 120 bucks. So if you guys do want to cop, I'll leave a link in the description box. I've only been playing outdoors, so this is an outdoor review. Sorry guys, there's really no indoor courts available to me right now. Everything's shut down. But anyways, let's get it started off with the traction. So the traction pattern on this shoe in the forefoot is a circle, like where the ball of your foot is, there is a circle and it ripples out. And then it turns into nubs, basically where the high wear areas are, which is not the smartest move, And then here in the heel, there is a very thick rubber. The outsole is decoupled, not the midsole. And then here in the heel, you can see Giannis Antetokounmpo's brothers' names, which is cool. So how is the traction? The traction on an outdoor court is really good. Like I've been playing in some other shoes and some of them like slide around. Like the outdoor court where I play is kind of dusty. You can see like dirt and dust on here. And I was like, whoa, that's kind of weird, because you would think that all outdoor courts would have good traction, but that is definitely not the case. And this has incredible bite. I had no issues. It would stop on a dime. And trying it on my wood floors, it has a nice squeak and also a very nice bite as well. So I'm just speculating here, but I feel like it's gonna have good performance on an indoor court, but just take that with a grain of salt. But like I said, has incredible bite on an outdoor court, and the court I'm playing on has like a tennis court texture to it. And as far as the durability, in my first impressions, I said I thought it was gonna be okay, and it is okay. So like here where the ball of your foot is, it's good. The rubber is thick. The rubber is really hard. But then here where the high wear area is, like right here, kind of like where the outsole curvature is, and which, by the way, the shoe has a little bit of outsole curvature, and it kind of comes up here on the medial side as well, so you have a little bit more grip when you're doing these types of movements, which is nice, by the way. But yeah, here where the outsole curvature is, you have these nubs, and I don't know why they did this. Stop doing nubs, guys. Nubs are not durable. I wish they would have kept it this thick throughout this part of the outsole, and it would have been fine, I think. But yeah, these nubs are kind of ripping off and fraying off a lot. And I have no problems with the thicker part of the rubber. It's just where the nubs are here on the medial side. The lateral side is okay, but like this is not really a high wear area. You're not putting a lot of pressure right here. Most of your force when you're doing lateral movements and like when you're playing ball is like right here. So I really don't know why they did that, but it's not terrible. But I feel like they definitely could have not put these nubs and separated it. So just watch out for this part. If you're playing outdoors. Indoors, you should be fine. All right, moving on to the heel to toe transition. It's super smooth in the shoe. You have a nice curve shape here in the heel as well as in the forefoot. You have this like nice rocking motion. So it's super smooth there, and you have a lot of forefoot flex. So there's no issues with it being clunky or too stiff or anything like that. And then as far as the cushioning goes, yeah, it's not that nice. They're saying they're using soft foam, soft resilient foam or whatever, and they had the same description for the PG4s, soft foam or whatever, and in some Jordan shoes as well, and the PG4, the cushioning, the foam was actually soft. You know what I'm saying? But this is not soft. In the forefoot, like if you see the actual video footage, it compresses a good amount, but like you're not really putting a lot of pressure here. Like I said, you're putting more pressure here on the medial side where the ball of your foot is, and you really don't want this part of the cushion to compress that much. But anyways, yeah, the heel is, there's absolutely nothing. There is nothing. It doesn't compress that much. It's stiff. Impact protection isn't that nice, and it reminds me a lot of the PG1s. Not only the cushioning, but like how it looks. Look at that. It looks exactly the same as far as like the midsole coming up a little bit right here, and I guess also here in the back of the heel. And if you've ever played in the PG1, I would say that's exactly what it feels like in the Zoom Freak 2. I would say the Zoom Freak 2 has a slightly better court feel, which, you know, it's a really good court feel if you want that. And it's a very responsive shoe, but impact protection isn't very nice. There is a 4-foot zoom unit, and I'm guessing it's bottom loaded because I can't really feel it as much or as prominently as like the Westbrook One Take or the Converse G4 or maybe even like the PG3. It's still nice though. You get that slight bounce in the 4-foot, but it's just not as much, just from what I felt, as those other shoes with the same 4-foot zoom unit. So the cushioning was a bit of a letdown, and wasn't really expecting much. I mean, if you're looking for a responsive cushion and you enjoy this type of cushioning, you know, in the PG1s, then you should be good to go. But I just expect like not very good impact protection. All right, moving on to the materials. I really like the materials on this colorway. I have to get the other colorways, like the black colorway with the translucent outsole, because the material looks a little bit different in that colorway. But anyways, they're using basically a textile material. It's very thin, so it feels minimal, and it's super soft. It doesn't feel glued down or fused down at all here in the toe box area. There is a little bit of fuse here on the medial side of the shoe for toe drags and extra added durability, which is good. But for the most part, it's super soft. I really like it. And then also, my favorite part about the shoe is the tongue. This oversized big ass tongue feels really nice on the foot. It has a good amount of padding, and if you've ever tried the Zoom Freak 1, it's basically the same thing. And then here in the ankle area, there is a good amount of padding as well. So as far as the materials go, they're nice on foot. It's minimal here in the 4-foot. You have a good amount of padding here in the tongue as well as in the ankle area, but it doesn't feel like it's too much, you know, like in the Kyrie 6. But the actual material quality is not nice. You know, like this swoosh is made of like a really thin, crappy synthetic leather material. And then here on the medial side, you have a synthetic material as well. But you're really not going to feel this on your foot. It really doesn't matter. So yeah, the overall material on foot is very nice. I like it a lot. So just don't expect really nice quality materials. All right, moving on to the fit. The fit is incredible for me. It fits pretty much exactly like the Zoom Freak 1. I went true to size, and my foot is literally right at the edge, and I like my shoes really snug. And then for the toe box, it's super snug as well. It stretches out just a little bit, you know, but not a lot, you know, like the KD Tray 5.8. The KD Tray 5.8 stretched out a lot. But this one, not as much. It does stretch out a little bit though. And width-wise, I would say it's slightly narrow. And it also stays narrow throughout here into the midfoot. So if you have a wide foot or you like to have a looser fit in your shoes, I would suggest going up half a size or maybe even a full size, because it is a very snug fit. Putting the shoe on also is super easy. I just really like the tongue. The tongue just opens up, like, look at this. It opens up a lot, and it's not a heel tab, but it does come up a good amount. So you just pull this, put your foot in, and you're good to go. It's super easy. And then moving on to the support and lockdown, no issues either. Like it says in the tech specs, you have this rubberized plastic here on the lateral side, here in the 4-foot and in the midfoot. It's an interesting shape. It's a lime green color on this colorway, so that locks you in for lateral movements. I had no issues for lateral containment. And of course, here in the heel, the cushioning comes up as well, and you have an internal TPU heel counter. As for lateral stability, I also had no issues. You know, you have a crazy outrigger. You guys see that comes out a lot. It's not super sharp, it's kind of thick, but you know, it is a very prominent outrigger, and I had no issues with like lateral instability. I didn't feel like I was gonna roll my ankle or anything. And it is a pretty wide base, and you're low to the ground, so lateral stability was good. Obviously, this is a low, so you're not going to get any type of ankle mobility restriction, but I felt laterally stable. And if you have any issues with like your ankle or anything, you should be fine in this shoe. Just make sure to use an ankle brace if you have one. All right, moving on to the weight. Let's see. I feel like it's going to be pretty damn light. Yeah, so 11.57 ounces for the right pair. Let's see the left pair, 11.6 ounces. So the average weight of my shoes is around 12.5 ounces. So that's very light. Does it feel light? It feels extremely light. It feels extremely minimal. I really like it. It's one of those shoes where you can just forget it's on your foot and you just focus on playing ball. You know, it's not clunky, it's not heavy, and it just feels fluid. The only thing I pretty much had a problem with, it was like on hard impacts, especially since I'm playing on concrete or like outdoors. The impact protection just wasn't very good. But other than that, I really didn't have to worry about the shoe at all. All right, moving on to the ventilation. Ventilation wasn't that good actually. All right, so if you blow through this material, there's absolutely no airflow, you know, there's no ventilation holes or anything. And not only that, there is an underlaying material under this, and the tongue with all this padding and all that. The shoe is kind of hot, and I was playing outdoors. It was like 95 degrees for the past 2 weeks, so the ventilation wasn't very good. As far as the break-in period goes, there's really no break-in period. You know, right when I got the shoe, the material was super soft. The upper really didn't need any type of breaking in. The cushioning also didn't require any type of breaking in, nor the traction. So right when you get the shoe, you should be good to go and ready to play. Moving on to the aesthetics. I don't know guys, this shoe definitely grew on me. I still don't really like this colorway all too much, but that PE that Giannis was wearing, that PE was so sick. I really want that colorway, and I don't know, I might do a Nike ID because I really did enjoy playing this shoe. So tell us what you guys think of the aesthetics down in the comment section below. So wrapping things up, this shoe or this colorway is 130 and regular retail price is 120 bucks. So kind of like on the budget to like mid-tier pricing, and this shoe performs really well. I really enjoy playing in it. Like I said, it's just a shoe that you don't worry about ever at all, you know, besides the cushioning. But if you're playing on an indoor court, I feel like it would be a lot better, you know, because wood floors do absorb impact. Concrete is just rough, guys, and if you are playing outdoors, you just watch out for that. If you're older or you want more impact protection for like your feet or something, then you should probably stay away from the shoe. But other than that, I mean, it's a minimal, fast, fluid shoe, and also looks great. I really like this oversized swoosh that they did, and I don't really like the heel part, like this foam, because it looks like they copied the PG1. I'm not saying I don't like how it looks, but I'm just saying like the fact that it looks like the PG1 is bothering me, you know? But other than that, it's a great shoe, and I feel like everyone can play in it. If you're a guard, if you want to be fast, you know, it's a great shoe. If you're a big guy like Giannis Antetokounmpo, you can definitely play in the shoe. The only thing is, like I keep saying, the impact protection is not very nice. So yeah, that about concludes my review. Again, if you guys want to cop, I'll leave a link in the description box. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.